about as good as it gets right there. Hello and welcome to the Bird Tales. Today is November the 2nd, and it definitely feels like November as the temperatures are down into the mid-30s, and I don't know how many more of these I'm going to be doing outside. But thus far it has been a fantastic season. There have been plenty of birds, the dogs have been doing a stellar job, and that means I have a very good problem. I have a ton of footage to share. But I imagine that you don't want to watch me ramble on for 40 minutes as I go through each and every hunt, much in the same way that I don't want to ramble on for 40 minutes about each and every hunt. So I'm going to do something a little bit different this time. We're just going to rapid fire through some of the hunts, bang, bang, bang. And then I'm going to pick my favorite hunt from the past couple of weeks and break that down in detail. And we'll see how that goes. So to start off with, I have a few grouse hunts to get caught up with before we get into the pheasant season. Whoa. Son of a bee. Good boy, Skipper. Whoop, whoa, whoa, whoa. 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 Come, Skip, come. Come, Skip, come. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Drop. Drop. Good boy. Good boy. That's what happens when we point. That's what happens when we point birds. Good boy, Skipper. He's right there. He's looking towards us. I'm straddled.
What a bird.
That was
what a bird.
That was as beautiful as it can get.
I'm like, but oh.
Yeah, I took a. Wait, you know you want your left foot forward? Yeah. I did not that. I'm gonna.
You go there.
I'm gonna cut right through and.
I'm gonna cut through this open.
Whoop. Yeah, he's locked up. Right here, Will. This could be a grouse. Just stay there. He's looking right towards you.
Yeah. That's what I mean about the position part. Easy to miss from here.
Woodcock! I got it. Good boy, Gilly. Oh, that's a good boy. That was a good point. Good dog. Oh, good boy, Gilly. Good boy. Yeah. Yeah, good boy. Okay, drop. Ho, 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 ho. Hoop. Fetch it up.
I was thinking it was further, but
So did I, actually.
shoot the second time.
He's got a big pointy nose. Oh, you son of a... Fetch. Fetch. Gilly. Gilly. Fetch. You're kidding me. That was the worst retrieve you've ever had. Well, but we did find it, so.
So that's it, huh?
There you go.
That's what we're after?
Well, kinda. I'd rather shoot grouse, but you know. Okay. It was right here. What happened? Gilly's on point here. I come stand here. I let Gilly go. He searches around, goes that way. After he leaves, grouse flushes right here. Went that way. Fetch it up! Come! He did go down. Come, Gilly, Gilly, come! Come, Gilly, Gilly, come! What's this say? Come, Gilly, come! Come, Gilly, come! Come, Gilly, come! Oh, that's a good boy, Gilly, Gilly. I don't think you pointed him, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, man, oh, man. Good boy, Gilly. That's a good boy. That's a good dog. That's a good dog. Drop. Oh. Decent. Gilly, decent. There's just something about ruffed grouse. They're in my head. I have a few more ruffed grouse hunts that are going to be in the next episode that'll really illustrate this point. But I can shoot pheasants. I can shoot sharptails. I can shoot quail. I can shoot chickens. I can shoot open birds. But because I know that I have just a brief couple milliseconds to shoot a ruffed grouse, I panic shoot. And I know that I'm not getting the gun mounted properly. I probably, if I had a camera looking right at me, I'd probably be up off of my stock. Whereas if you watch when I'm hunting pheasants, I'll wait just another, I don't know, quarter of a second, and I know that I got my gun mounted correctly. I'll shoot and I'll hit the bird. When I panic shoot, I miss, and I panic shoot grouse a lot. But that was it. That was all of the grouse hunts for this episode. Now we're gonna dive into pheasants. And the first one I want to do was my favorite pheasant hunt of the season thus far. So, how do I explain it? Got an idea. Whiteboard. If my wife watches this, she's going to be making fun of me, because I love whiteboards. Alright, so one of the things you're going to notice right away was that this property look a little something like this. Okay. Alright, so the property is shaped kind of like that. Obviously, this is north. We had a south wind on this day, and we parked right there. So Skip and I took off. This is a cornfield. Skip and I took off down along the edge of this cornfield to a wetland down in the corner here. And when we got there, Skip went on point. Damn. Good boy, Skipper. So after missing that rooster and not being able to identify the other birds because they flew into the sun, we walked all along the south line of this property, not seeing any birds, all the way up the western edge and circled back around. Now, there was a big wetland right here as well. And on the corner of this wetland, right about there, Skip goes on point. There's a deer right there too. Good job, Skip. Couldn't see it. Damn it. Right into the sun. Ah! That was doable. Those were our birds. So once again, after flushing birds out of a wetland and not being able to identify them because they flew into the sun, those birds went off this way. So Skip and I worked back around onto our same trail up to the edge of that cornfield once again. Hammer! Fetch it up, fetch it up, fetch it up, fetch it up! There it is. That one. That was mine. That one's all mine, Skip. I lay claim to him. You didn't do nothing. That's a good boy. Good job, good boy. That's a nice rooster. Alright, so we harvested our first rooster right there. And I figured, well, there was more than one bird that came out of this wetland, and they're over here somewhere. So let's work the rest of this part of the field again. So Skip and I went around the cornfield, hunted all of this, and saw nothing. And this is a road up here. So we got back to the road, walked the road back to the car. When we got to the car, I was calling it quits. I took out my cell phone to send a text message when... Whoop! Fetch it up! Look at that. Look at that. What a beautiful thing. Come! Is that the car? Good boy. We were done. Good boy, Skipper. Good boy, drop it. We were done and we weren't. Hey! That is about as good as it gets right there. Oh, beauty too. Oh man, that was great. And so we shot rooster number 2 right about there. Yeah, I think that about illustrates it. All right, here are the rest of the pheasant hunts. Right there. Whew. Oh, there goes another rooster. Right here, Gil. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Good boy, Gilly. Looking at it. You were like, what about that WP? So we just
Yeah.
got her connected.
We will.
It will. I can't tell if he's pooping or pointing. Whoop! I think he's pointing. Whoa! Well! That was awesome! Oh. Fetch it! Get him! He's dead. He's in here somewhere. Get him! Fetch it up! Fetch it up! That's a good boy!
Okay, so he got him.
Yeah, he's got him. Gilly, come! Gilly, come!
This is a real live rooster
Come.
too, I think.
That's a nice rooster. Come! Look at that!
Wow!
Look at that!
Bring it to you, Dad.
That's a good boy, Gilly. That's a good boy. You just hold it for a second. Yeah. We did it, Gilly. We shot a limit. We had a death march to do it, but we did it.
Hiding way back here.
Way back here. William.
You did it.
Rooster, right there, flew back towards the dog. Second shot. Fetch it up. Come. Gilly, come.
He almost got away. Almost got away.
Okay. Drop. Good boy, Gilly. Good boy, Gilly. That's a good boy. That's a good boy, Gilly. Good job. You got the bird. That's a nice rooster there. Sorry, Gilly, right here. Fetch it up, fetch it up, fetch it up! That was crazy. Gilly, come! Gilly, come! Gilly, come! Find a bird! Fetch it up, fetch it up, fetch it up! I think it was running. Atta boy! Hold him, Gilly, hold him. Atta boy, Gilly. Good boy, Gilly. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this new format. Hopefully it's a little bit faster, a little less detail, but then also a little bit more detail, a mix of both. Of course, I did track all of my miles that I walked during those hunts using the onX Hunt app. And I have those numbers here prepared. I wrote stuff down. During those 6 hunts, I walked a total of 21.2 miles, which I rounded down to 21. 21 times 5 is 105. Add that to our previous $370. And that means a total of $470 raised for the conservation of wild things and wild places. Thank you to onX for that. I said it last time and I'm saying it again. If you're not using onX, you're making a mistake because you should be. You can use it to find new places to hunt, figure out which way the wind is blowing, find the sneaky way to enter that public land spot. All of the above. It is a great app. Thank you, onX, for supporting conservation. And lastly, believe it or not, all of the hunts that you just saw took place on publicly accessible habitat lands. Some of those places are brand spanking new. Some of those places have probably been in state ownership since the beginning of the state. But they didn't happen by accident. They didn't just fall out of the sky and now they're public land full of wildlife. No, somebody had to make the decision. Let's take this land and leave it a wild place for wild things. Which is why we need people like you to be champions for conservation. Join a conservation organization. Go to a Pheasants Forever banquet. Go to a Ducks Unlimited banquet. Buy a habitat stamp. Buy a waterfall stamp. Buy a turkey stamp. Buy whatever kinds of conservation stamps your state offers. Get involved in the local, state, and federal politics of conservation. I know nobody wants to get more involved in politics, but that's where the people decisions happen, and people are the ones that decide if we're going to have wild things and wild places. And so we need people to help promote conservation. The season thus far has been fantastic. I've got a whole bunch more footage to show you next time, and I'm still hunting. If you're not out hunting, you're missing out. You need to get out and enjoy it. All right, that is all that I have for you. I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for next time. See ya.